The Tangent Egg podcast is aimed at a mature audience. It contains themes that are not appropriate for all listeners. It's important to note that we are not experts. We routinely have no idea what we're talking about and are just three idiots sitting around a table. Listener discretion is advised.
Welcome to Tangent Egg podcast. I'm Seth, and as always with me is Swoosh and John Doe.
Hello!
Hi.
And let's start today with just something that I didn't know was happening, and I think it's hilarious.
I like starting with good things. It's always fun.
Lego had to contact the California Police Department and ask them to stop photoshopping Lego heads over the heads of suspects.
I didn't
That
know
is
this was
just
a thing
fucking hilarious.
until... Oh, it's great. I love it so much.
Like, Lego is 100% of the right. I would do
Yeah.
the same thing if I was them. I don't
yeah.
want Lego associated with crims.
No, fuck
Absolutely.
But the fact that they were doing this is just so funny to me.
It's so strange. I want to know why or who thought this was a good idea. And what do they switch it to next? Just emojis? Like, just nothing but
I don't
poop
know.
faces.
Duplo?
Just,
Oh,
still.
Yeah, actually, yes,
but,
fucking
like,
go
if
straight
it-
to
if they went to emojis, it'd just be like sad face. Like, just go through all of the eggplant emoji everywhere.
Oh, absolutely. That'll just nothing but poop emojis. That's it.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
I assume they were doing that because they thought it was cheaper than doing the blur thing.
Maybe,
just
or
add a bit more
or
life to it.
you-
If people scroll past an image and see the Lego head instead of a blurred image, they're probably more likely to stop, saying, "Oh, what's going on?"
Yeah,
Like,
you're not wrong.
maybe
I
the
mean,
coppers
it
are actually
worked
doing
on this
something.
article.
Oh, it definitely worked for this article. It was amazing. I
Yeah.
just scrolled by like, wait, what?
Though, like,
But, like-
when I first found that article, I thought it like not everything is awesome, and then the song just played through my head.
Oh, so much fun. So dumb.
So, from that, like I said, start the episode with something fun.
And now
Yeah,
we get
let's-
sad.
Let's get back to companies being scummy.
Yay! It's our bread and butter.
In Blizzard's new user license, which you have to sign to have an account with them, yeah, you have to sign away your right for collective bargaining if you're trying to sue Blizzard if they do something wrong.
Yep. That's a fucking shitty thing to do.
And if you don't agree to it, you can't access your account at the moment.
Yep.
So you actually lose any games you've already fucking paid for.
Yeah, so basically they're holding any games you have to ransom, saying you can't sue us. Like, guys, that has to be illegal in some way, right? This is how do you think you're getting away with this?
Well, because you have to agree.
Yeah.
It all makes sense.
So you've agreed to it. They haven't made you do it, and it's part of having an account with Blizzard.
Yeah,
games
because you
aren't
never
gone
actually
anywhere.
owned the games. You owned the license to use the games, which they can revoke at any time.
Yeah.
That's it. So all you basically lose is your account and the things you quote-unquote rented from Blizzard.
No,
Yeah.
makes sense, because
Well,
we
the
don't really
things
buy
you leased
games.
for a one-time fee.
Yeah.
So, yeah. But because there have been a few collective lawsuits against Blizzard for various things, so it's not surprising to see this.
Yeah, it's annoying, but not surprising.
So, on the Xbox Facebook page where they've come out saying that Diablo 4 is coming to Xbox, they had to put a full splash screen image of the steps of how to create a Blizzard account on your Xbox and link the two together. And it's like an 8-step process of go here, create an account, go here to activate the account, go back to here to sign the account in, go back to here to access any games you've got, then go back to here to play any games you've got. And you have to jump back and forwards between the Xbox app and the Blizzard app several times on your console.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's...
I'll bet that's all on Blizzard's end.
Yeah. Like, you
This is
think,
probably this is probably leftover from when they weren't owned by Microsoft and they were just sort of building walls.
yeah,
And now Microsoft has to figure out how to jump through the hoops now that they own them.
yeah. Like, surely there's either going to be a more streamlined launcher or no launcher at all for future.
I'm hoping
gotta-
no
like-
launcher. Like,
I'm not expecting no launcher. I will definitely expect they'll want to capitalize on the BattleNet name
yeah.
I'm
and utilize that. So they'll want to keep it separate. But God, they've got to streamline the fuck out of that.
I'm almost guessing that all Blizzard and Activision stuff, the launcher, like the BattleNet launcher, will go, and it'll all become an Xbox launcher.
I would not.
You'll have
surprised
Game
by that.
Pass and everything launched through that. They're gonna try
Maybe-
and form their own Steam front.
I mean, yeah, that's clearly what they're aiming for.
They've
Yeah.
been aiming for that for a while, I think.
Yeah, ever since they started this big, particularly now that they're going multi-platform, because
Yeah.
Grounded, Hi-Fi Rush, damn it, I can never remember the 4 games.
There is.
One of them is that medieval book one. I can never remember the name. Not gonna remember it. There's 4 games that are all going multi-platform. Oh, Sea of Thieves.
Oh, that's.
They're now all going multi-platform. So that was basically the big sign from, as far as I'm concerned, from Xbox, that they want to switch to provider, not supplier.
Yeah.
I mean, that's fair.
I don't know. I see the direction it's going. You're gonna end up losing the ActiBliz launcher, and it'll just get merged into the Microsoft launcher.
Eventually,
Yeah.
They'll merge.
definitely see eventually, but in the short term, I think they'll want to keep the BattleNet name around for
I
as
think
long
it'll
as
end
it's
up
worth.
being a complete overhaul of the Xbox Game Pass launcher for one large ecosystem. But yeah, I reckon that's the direction it'll head in.
Maybe they'll
Yeah, I'd
hyphenate
agree
as
with
like a
that.
lot of marriages now, as we the BattleNet Game Pass, and just go that way.
Yeah, I don't know. We'll see what
I
happens
think
there.
the problem with that, they definitely do that some other way, because that makes it sound like Microsoft's subservient to Blizzard.
Yeah, Game Pass BattleNet, like that could also work. The Battle Pass.
Actually, if you
The game net.
created, if they did that, that could work. If you put all your multiplayer content is under your BattleNet,
That could.
so
work,
like
actually.
it doesn't just talk about games that are multiplayer to Blizzard.
Yeah.
Your BattleNet is just everything multiplayer.
Is your
Everything
battle.
like multiplayer. Yes. Battle the things. Great. And then,
That'd work.
and then Game Pass is all your solo stuff or
Yeah.
cooperative stuff. That could work pretty well. And keeps them somewhat separate so they can monopolize without
Yeah,
being
so they
monopolized.
can have separate subscription bases.
Exactly. Oh god, we're
I mean-
becoming the thing we hate.
Fuck. You live too long, man.
Oh yeah. You either die the hero or live to see yourself as Blizzard.
But I don't even like Bill Cosby. Right, shall we move on?
Probably a good idea.
So, we've had the first patient to receive a Neuralink brain implant, and he decided to use it to play Civ 6.
So, we know he's a gamer then, which is good. So we're all getting a
As
new.
far as I'm concerned, absolute champion.
Yeah, like as
This
far as
could
I'm
have
concerned,
ended
that should be
so
good.
much worse.
Oh,
Like,
definitely.
if he'd logged in to play Civ and something went wrong, and the AI for Gandhi just went into his mind, and then he decided to nuke everything.
That'd be amazing. I mean, at this point, I can see it happening. Just if the end of the world was because the Gandhi character from Civilization broke containment, I wouldn't even be mad. Like, all right, fair.
Especially because now it is a character, it's not a programming error.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they are now actively making it do that. I love that.
Maintain the bit.
No.
Maintain the bit!
It's not a bug; it's a feature.
No one expects the Gandhi apocalypse.
Except anyone who's played Civ.
Yes, well,
Honestly, I'm not gonna lie. That game has made me question anyone who appears to be too nice. Because I played Civ when I was very young. It's like, why is Gandhi such a dick after a while? It's like, I didn't trust anyone who was overly nice for so long.
Well,
because
it was
of that
one of the
AI.
games we were told to uninstall when we first went to uni. Civ 4
Yeah.
and WoW.
Yeah.
Yeah. You won't have time.
Yeah.
That was basically the thing they like sat us down the first day. We went to Quantum. It's like, all right, you're uninstalling these games and you're learning how to shower. Here's deodorant. Use it. Great.
Ah, the wonders of uni.
Wonders of a nerd uni. Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
You think a normal uni smells bad? Nerd uni.
Only that first week.
Only that first
No one makes it past that first week if they don't learn deodorant use.
Yeah.
It's like forcing a bunch of crazy people to learn empathy in a way. Because you normally can't smell it yourself because you get used to your own smell. And then when you're in a room with that many people, it's like, oh shit, yeah, no, I'm going to start doing better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Memory lane.
Having deodorant cans thrown around the classroom because just use the fucking thing or I will use it on you.
We used to throw them at people. It was great fun. And only some people were hurt, but no one important.
I mean, it was bad enough that the librarian would essentially shame you by just standing up when you walked into the library and handing you a can.
I just like the fact the library included a selection of deodorants. So rent out a book and get a deodorant at the same time.
He was nice. He did have a couple different cans.
Yeah.
You didn't have to just go with what he fucking felt like.
Yeah.
But it was, you don't take another step until you use one of them.
He had a Dewey Decimal scent system.
I still loved how much fun he had when we filled his library half full with balloons.
That was
We only
very
got
cool.
half full and we all kind of ran out of breath.
Yeah, we gassed out on that one.
Whew, that was a tough one.
I mean, he loved it. He was able to duck under his desk and no one knew he was in the room.
Yeah.
And then he'd just pop up and fuck with people.
That was amazing. Anyway.
So, man, we're doing a real roller coaster on good, bad, because, Marvel's looking at doing a 6v6 Overwatch style shooter.
Have they learnt nothing from Overwatch?
I mean, Blizzard didn't.
Yeah, true. But, look, if they do it well, the original Overwatch, I really enjoyed. I played a lot of it with, Angry and a few other mates of ours. It was a good squad game. But then...
It's not going to be that, though. It's going to be an over-monetized piece of shit. It'll be much like the Avengers game they tried to shovel out with the last load of manure. And then wondered why the fucking thing failed.
Yeah. But, Overwatch slowly became a money-grubbing whore. But this one's going to go straight to money-grubbing whore, I guarantee it.
Well, we don't know who they've... we don't know... I mean, they haven't announced a game, just that they're looking at it.
Yeah.
And they haven't got a studio.
Suddenly it's Blizzard.
And those two things could really heavily impact, what comes out.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely. Give it to Lara and see what happens.
I'm really not expecting much, though.
No.
They've already
Honestly,
said
we
it's free to play. It may as well be a fucking phone game.
Yeah. Yeah, no. That's not good.
No, it's not. You know what's also not good? CEOs of supermarkets denying shrinkflation.
It's not even just CEOs of supermarkets. It's CEOs of the companies making the products.
Yeah. It's like, no, the shrinkflation doesn't exist. You're all just idiots. You don't know what's happening. Basically, they're all gaslighting us. They're trying to make us believe that shrinkflation doesn't exist.
The CEO of Heinz said there's 1% less beans in a can than there was this time last year, but that's improved the flavour. So now there's more sauce into it. You've just put fucking water in it is all you've fucking done. You've taken beans out, you put water in. There's less product. The price hasn't fucking changed.
Because that's what's been happening for years, to be honest. It's like, oh no, the weight is still the same. It's like, because you added water to it, guys. We're not idiots. We can taste the difference.
You've bulked it out with empty stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, the one that will eternally piss me off is I'm missing 3 Tim Tams in every pack.
Oh, yeah. Are we going to go back on the fucking Bicky rant? Because that's exactly where we're fucking headed. If we start talking about where Tim Tams are at.
Look,
do you want a Bicky rant? This could be a Bicky rant.
Look, man, you can't talk about shrinkflation without the fact there are now 2 fucking extra bumps in that goddamn Tim Tam packet that are occupied where Tim Tams could be. It used to be there.
And what was the reason they kind of claim it for? It's to help with like transport. Like broken Tim Tams were half the fun.
We at my current job last Friday, they decided to sit us all down and have a quiz, and like just for a fun thing to do in the afternoon. And one of the questions was, how many Tim Tams are in a packet of Tim Tams? And she gave some ridiculous answer. I said, I've got 3 different answers here, because which year do you want an answer for? Because they've friggin' gone down. And I couldn't help myself. I went off on a bit of a rant with it, because, like, do you mean normal ones? Do you mean double coats? Do you mean these ones? Because there's 9 in this, there's 14 in this, there's 11 in this packet. And it ended up being a heated discussion between the entire group. And it's like, we need to stop the quiz now, because this is getting too far. It's like, don't even start on my fucking Tim Tams, you mongrels.
Oh, fuck yeah. Like, Aussies love their bickies. You can't fuck with the bickies.
No.
They're fucking trying to. And every time they're trying to cut down on how many Tim Tam slams they get out of a packet, and that's fucking bullshit.
I know. Not Australian, that shit.
The worst ones are, you can get those like packets of Tim Tams that are individually wrapped. They're meant to be for like kids, like lunches and shit. They're actually like barely any more than just a standard pack of Tim Tams, but they charge like half again on top. No,
friggin' no.
Screw you! I'm paying more for less Tim Tams. What? This doesn't make sense. How is this a value pack?
And it doesn't even make sense, because, okay, if you're buying them, let's use the example you were giving of a kid's lunch. If I was a parent and I had a kid, I'm probably sending him with like a sandwich, so I've probably already got some fucking Glad wrap.
Yeah.
So I don't need individually packed Tim Tams.
Yeah.
No.
If I want to give him something and I want to wrap him in it, because it's Australia, it's probably going to be pretty toasty.
Yeah.
Wrap him in some Glad wrap.
Yeah.
We're done.
At least the kid can lick the Glad wrap at the end.
Exactly. It makes it last longer.
Yeah.
It's amazing. You're gonna get
If you grew up in the 80s, that was like cheap chewy. You wrap some candies in Glad wrap, by the time the thing melted, you could chew on the plastic as well. Hey.
I remember growing up in the 80s, there was nothing but Vegemite sandwiches. That's why I can't eat Vegemite anymore.
I fucking love Vegemite. I'll eat that like I eat Nutella.
Look, hell yeah.
I will
fucking
have
tablespoon in front of the TV. Hell yeah.
Like, I'll eat on certain things, but I can't have it on bread anymore. Like, it's just ruined it for me.
Yeah, but you can't really eat bread anymore.
That is true. Like, doesn't stop. I shouldn't. It's like being lactose intolerant. Like, you shouldn't have dairy. It's like, fuck you. You can take my cheese when you pry it from my cold dead hands.
Can't and shouldn't do very different things.
Yeah.
I shouldn't eat a kilo block of cheese. Doesn't mean I can't.
Yeah. I swear we're not a food podcast. No, to be fair, we went 2 weeks without mentioning food once. We did well.
Yeah, we did.
We did pretty okay
but
there.
This episode, you've got, the last 5 minutes of food talk, and including a mini Bicky rant.
That was a forcefully stopped Bicky rant. That would have been a lot fucking longer.
We blue-balled the Bicky rant just to make sure it's coherent.
A little bit. I mean, I'm not saying my bit was at all coherent. I mean, I saw how much my mic peaked. It's going to be fun in the edit.
But yeah, shrinkflation is bullshit. It's fucking an obvious thing that is happening.
Yeah.
And to say, no, it's not actually happening is fucking trash.
It
needs to be more, it needs to be brought into, like, circulation more. Like, having an article about there, awesome. Put it on the fucking news. Like, sure, like, your dollar isn't going as far, even if it was worth as much as it was.
Yeah. The weird thing is, like, these CEOs are choosing the worst possible time to do this shit. Like, what was the other one? The guy who runs a cereal company or something, saying, "Oh, if people are struggling, they should just have cereal for dinner."
Yeah,
and it's like
the CEO of Kellogg's.
That's going to be great for us. It's going to be amazing. It's doing really well for the cereal industry. It's like, this is not the time to brag. This is the time to be concerned. What the fuck is wrong with you? And then there's the
Given that
Woolies.
half of Kellogg's lot is sugared cereal,
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
And then
it's not
there's-
even like you're like, oh, we are a food replacement.
And then there's like Woolies and Coles who are so fucked at the moment because
Oh yeah.
fuck them. Then this shit from the Heinz guys and a bunch of other ones popping up going, oh no, we're not shrinkflating, we're making them better. It's like, guys, do you not have optics on this situation? Do you not realize now is the time to shut the fuck up and
Yeah.
hope to God no one notices you doing this?
Actually, just
Pretty much.
an odd little tidbit. In Las Vegas every year, they have an awards thing for best supermarket in the world. And it was won by an Adelaide supermarket this year.
Really?
And it's not even a Coles or a Woolies. It's a Foodland.
Fuck yeah.
Ah,
Ooh,
fuck
I
'em.
haven't seen a food land in a long
I
time.
thought they
Yo.
were all gone.
They're all over South Australia. They're like
Fuck yes.
they're all over here like a Foodworks is in New South Wales. And like
Oh,
some
I
of them
miss
can be a little
Foodworks.
dodgy like a Foodworks or an IGA. Like they're not dodgy, but they're not as decked out as a Coles or a Woolies is, but they're really good for local projects. The
Yeah.
ones here
It's-
are fucking excellent. There's one right near me and I'll walk past Woolies and Coles to go to that. I fucking love it.
Hell yeah.
That's good. I like that. Instead, I just wait till Saturday and go like to one specific place because it's always so cheap.
Which he's not going to reveal lest they raise their prices.
Exactly.
Until we get a sponsorship, damn it.
Until they open up more like franchises and keep the prices down so I can trust them, I ain't telling people shit. This is my secret for now.
Well, shall we move on to the next thing?
Probably good.
Yep.
So, Twitch has decided it wants to make a bold move.
I am really keen to see how people get around this move.
I know, right? It's going to be so good.
Ugh.
So basically, they've decided that their official stance on this now is cameras that focus on private areas will now constitute a ban.
Yeah.
So that basically means all the people who basically just sit in front of a camera, read a book, but point a camera up their colon.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's not going to fly on Twitch anymore.
The weird thing is just that go to OnlyFans. Like, why are you doing this on Twitch? Like, this is always a strange
Because Twitch
A
is the
massive
feeder
audience.
to their
Yeah.
OnlyFans. That's how
That's
they
a
get
good
the
point.
people.
Yeah.
Are you 18? Just click yes. But I'm curious, could you actually like show a colonoscopy on Twitch? Because it is a camera in an intimate place.
if you
But
don't show it going
It's
in,
not overly recognizable.
it's just a meat tube. It's fine. But like the way I'm betting the next way around this meta is going to be random interval changes to different cameras, because it says you can't be staring at an intimate area for a set amount of time or something.
It can't be focused on.
Extended period. Can't be the focus for an extended period. So they're just going
But
to have
there's-
a point where it changes the camera at like random intervals.
There's already
Just, yeah.
like a whole heap of channels where it's someone standing there, you can only see him from the shoulders up, but over
Yeah.
the shoulder you can see a mirror.
Yeah, that's a smart one. And of course, the kiddie pool in the background, so they can.
Oh, of
be
course,
in the-
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I love that.
This is my hot tub. It's clearly not, but now I've covered myself with Twitch.
It is literally like malicious compliance, and I love it. The weird
That's what
thing
this
is,
whole
will
arms
start-
race is, to find the
Yeah.
loophole that you can exploit to trigger the
Oh.
next meta.
The problem is Twitch made it a game, and now people are gonna keep doing it, and they're getting smart.
Yeah, but the thing was that those same people also pretended that it was mysterious that it happened.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
that. I
But,
find.
oh no,
don't
I slipped
place
and
it.
fell into this. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah, no you didn't.
No. The weird thing was when they got like the thing that sparked it off was someone chroma keying their booty shorts and playing, basically showing game things on their apps. But somehow that was still less lewd than the other shit we've seen.
Yeah.
Like that was the least amount of nudity we have seen on Twitch in a long
I'm
time.
genuinely surprised that it started with booty shorts and it
Yeah.
didn't immediately start with body paint.
Well, that's the thing. Body paint, you have to get that right consistency. And
No, you don't. You
Also-
can just buy yourself a tube of zinc and go to town.
that's true.
So I get the feeling it would be because theoretically, I mean, if you were gonna do it, you wouldn't be doing it to do that.
Yeah.
Like that's too much work for the payoff.
Hmm.
A simple pair of spandex shorts are like, I don't know, $15, and you give it a go. Did it work? Did it not?
Or
A fucking
very
morph
tight
suit.
morph
A
suit.
$20 morph suit.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think that would be more likely to be next. Like, oh, my whole body's in the game.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah, it would be
But,
obvious,
you know.
but, like that's what sparked this change. It's like, all right, I get you have to put your foot down before it gets too bad, but this has become a challenge now because it's a meme, and the internet loves these kinds of things.
Oh, yeah. Well, that and these girls aren't going to want their. I mean, there's some guys too.
Oh yeah, they don't want their income fund.
They're not going to want their
That's the
income
cash
cut.
cow.
So they're going to find the next way.
Oh,
Yeah.
definitely. And I,
For as long as there is another hole for them to dive down,
Yeah.
these people will.
I
Yeah,
don't
doesn't matter
watch
how
any of this
shallow it
content.
is,
I don't
they'll
watch Twitch.
find an indent somewhere.
Like, I don't watch Twitch at all, really. I have, like, maybe one or two friends who stream. But even then, I don't really pay attention. But I'm kind of keen to see how they get around it. Like, I will pay attention to, like, the Reddit and shit out there. It's like, what have they done? What's happened? Tell me more. Because it's
Yes,
just...
pretty much.
It's almost, like, amazing in a way for how well they get around shit. It's like, we have
Yeah.
done the bare fucking minimum to get by. And you have to take it, Twitch. Like, yeah.
I've followed your rules to the letter. Not the
Yeah.
intent, but to the letter.
So much fun.
Well, shall we move on to the big thing for this episode?
Probably a good idea.
So, the Future Game Show recently happened, and we've got the 2024 showcase trailers list to go through.
Awesome.
Yay!
So, you guys ready?
As will ever be.
Alright, so first up is Harold Halibut.
It
Which
looks claymation.
interesting. It does. It's very claymation and interesting.
It looks like a very depressing Wallace and Gromit.
It really
Kinda.
does, actually. Like,
So, yeah, it looks to be a point-and-click adventure game. Really interesting art style.
Yeah.
Really dig it.
it's odd, and I don't think I'll pick it up unless it just pops into my thing cheap. But
It'll be something that ends up in a Humble Bundle in 6 to 8 months' time.
oh yeah, definitely.
Probably. And that'll make me a little bit sad, but I will probably play
I know,
it.
like,
Yeah.
games like this, like, they take a little bit of a risk with it, and they look amazing, and they may play really well, but they're not going to hit a large target audience.
It's the art house issue essentially.
Yeah.
Because people see like, oh, they're just gonna be pretentious and shit. They probably aren't going to be. Just
No, but the game may be amazing, and the story could be fucking
Yeah.
excellent, but, yeah, they're not aiming for a wide demographic looking at it. But
Yeah.
it does look really cool.
Yeah. I might pick it up, mostly because every time I look at the trailer, I get vibes of a game I don't know if you guys ever played called The Neverhood.
That sounds familiar. But I don't
Sounds
think I've played
familiar, but yeah, I
Yeah.
don't think I
It was an
played
old
it enough
point
to
and
remember it.
An old point and click that used claymation style, and it's just like, it's giving me like nostalgia vibes.
Oh, fair.
Cool.
Alright, next one is Awaken Astral Blade.
So side scrolly kind of. I'm
It's a
assuming.
Metroidvania.
Yeah, like it looks interesting. It looks nice.
Yeah, it's got a smooth art style.
Like not much to say
Nothing
about it.
too. Yeah.
It's if it's cheap, I'll probably pick it up.
I don't know. This is the kind of thing I see as kind of like Humble Bundle fodder.
Yeah, Metroidvania bullet hell.
Yeah. Next one is Battle Crash.
Which is just kind of a brawl beat 'em up,
Yeah.
kind of PUBG-ish kind of thing. So
No, it's the gang beasts, fur friends thing.
Yeah.
You know, dopey characters throw each other out of the arena. The big flavor twist in this one is the fact that you can get weapons.
oh, yeah. So basically, they're just making Smash, but a bit different.
Yeah, a top-down smash.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, fair. I played a
So-
little Smash, but
it'll probably get its day in the sun on Twitch and maybe disappear, maybe not. We'll have to see in the future. I can tell you I won't play it.
Yeah.
No, it's not my style of game.
Me neither, to be honest.
Next up is Battle Juice Alchemist.
It's giving me Don't Starve vibes.
I know, right? I don't know if it's the same studio.
I don't think it is, but the art style reminds me of it for some reason.
Yeah, someone played Don't Starve too much if it isn't them.
Yeah.
Yeah, that overmap is very much Don't Starve.
I mean, cool art style, but I don't know. The game just looks a little jank.
Oh.
And now I'm sure it'll have its market. Not so much
Yeah.
me, but yeah,
Probably,
good luck
yeah.
to it.
Next up is Blockbuster Inc.
Which is basically just a movie-making simulator from what I've seen.
Yeah, it's basically the someone must have played a lot of Microsoft Movie Maker back when they were a kid.
I mean, I know I did. I had the Nickelodeon branded version at one point.
Ooh,
It was interesting.
fancy. So clearly someone's just decided they want to redo that. And I mean, hey, again, it's the kind of thing that there's going to probably be a pretty solid niche audience for.
Yeah.
I don't
Yeah.
think I'm in anymore. When I was a kid, this shit was awesome. I
Oh, yeah.
loved it.
Absolutely. Like the old Sim style games, like between roller coaster and theme park and all that, were fucking awesome. I think that style of game needs a massive resurgence.
Yeah, definitely. I kind of miss those games every so often.
Well, you can always go play them. They're pretty cheap,
I know,
pretty consistently,
but I
and
want
they work on
new
modern
ver-
machines.
I want new ones.
I want new
That's
version.
very fair.
Fancy version.
I want the new thing. I want the shiny and the pretty.
All right. Next up is Blueprints.
I'm having a hard time taking this one seriously because the audio for the guy talking in the trailer sounds like a guy in a trash gaming mic.
I know, right?
Like, that doesn't make me want to play your game, really. So
I'm pretty sure they're trying to do the old timey radio
maybe,
thing.
but it's basically just a puzzle kind of adventure
Yeah.
game. Which, yeah, they're always pretty fun. I
Yeah.
am an idiot, so it does take me a bit of a while to get through them.
Although, again, I really hate saying it. At least for me, it's probably get it in a humble or don't.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that's not a bad thing. It gets these games out to a much larger audience that may have never picked them up otherwise. But,
Yeah.
yeah.
I don't know. I just don't have, like, you get home from work, you're tired. You don't really necessarily want to think too hard, so
No.
I don't know. I just don't draw into these games as much as they used to
No.
be, unless there's something about it that really like jolts the mind to go and want to check it out.
These are the style of games
They're
that
just a hard
I
sell.
pick up, I might dump 2 hours into it and think, I'll come back to this one day, and then never go back to it.
Yes.
Pretty much. That, or it's just going to sit in your, like, your Steam store for God knows how long.
Yeah.
Like, oh, I'll get around to playing it, and then I never
Just-
install it.
Pad out a back catalogue.
Yeah.
Next trailer's one that's not a new thing. It was the launch trailer for Dragon's Dogma, but that's come out, so
I have it. I haven't played it yet, but by God, are people ripping at a new one?
yeah.
It seems the
that's,
PC port wasn't done well.
Also, like, the microtransactions are a little unnecessary.
Yeah.
unnecessary, but they also are seriously unnecessary because pretty much everything but one item can be gotten in the game.
Yeah. Pretty much. Like, you don't need to do it. I think a lot of people just sour because it's only one game save and you can't... They haven't figured out how to delete it yet. And...
Well, you can. It's a big, elaborate process.
yeah,
to do.
basically you
can
have
delete
to
it.
unsync all the data from the cloud and remove the cloud, be on offline mode, delete the data, start new game, and then go again.
Yeah.
You know the reason why people got angry is because they made goblin characters because they wanted to stream like something stupid or make a dumb thing for YouTube, and then they couldn't change it. You were stuck with your hoisted by your own petard there, guys. Well done.
Cool. So, next up is Dustborn.
Dustborn. Is there dust? Are you the Dragonborn of dust?
I mean, it seems to be more of a road trippy thing. The trailer doesn't really clear up what you're actually going to do super much.
No.
There's a
Bit of a
robot with a
brawler.
bunny hat.
Yeah. Like, there's some brawling mechanics and stuff. You're clearly doing a heist of some kind.
It reminds me of
Um,
Life is Strange.
Yeah. They seem to be leaning pretty hard on the dynamics of the crew a lot more than the doing of
Yeah.
the job.
Yeah.
It looks like a relationship builder. The entire thing is
Yeah.
build a relationship before you get to the end of the story.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, could be interesting, but it's probably not for me.
Yeah. Next up, I'm actually meaning to go and look into this because this seems to be a trailer for a game called Dystopica.
Yeah.
God, I can't believe I said that.
Dystopica.
And it seems to make dystopian cities in it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Basically, you just make a dystopian city. Which, fair. Like, if they improve on it, it'll be really good. Right now, it doesn't look amazing.
Well,
I mean, this is
right
cities
now it
built
doesn't
by
have
their
any
community
actual
with a demo
gameplay.
kit.
It's just a city.
Yeah.
They're just showing off what their players have made using the demo during the Steam Next Fest.
Yeah. I want to see more of what they have on offer. That'd be fun.
I want to see more
Yeah.
of what the game actually is.
Mm.
Not just a build the next set piece for the next Blade Runner movie.
Yeah.
Next up is Anortria, The Last Song.
Everyone is bards. Go. Do we have any gameplay in this trailer?
Yeah, it's a
Yeah.
character action game, kind of a Soulsies type thing.
It doesn't look too bad, actually.
I do like things that use grease.
It has some interesting shit in it. Always, like... And the graphics look pretty good. Combat looks relatively smooth.
Yeah, I mean, that's why I say it's got that character action vibe. A little more, like, it's probably going to end up being kind of Soulsy, but it looks like it would sit better in a character action genre.
If I only seen the combat of this, I'd assume this was a Dark Souls game.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know, right?
Alright,
Yeah,
looks cool.
I mean, it looks nice. It could be fun. Maybe think about it when it actually becomes a thing.
Yeah.
Next up is EV2.
This is giving Anthem vibes, and I don't know if I trust it.
I know. The minute I saw this trailer, I was like, is this the Anthem we were promised?
Are we going to get another trailer from them with authentic gamer commentary? But, like, what is it?
So it's a
Looter shooter?
a co-op PvE shooter.
Oh, PvE, okay. Well, I mean, like, we're enjoying the hell out of Helldivers. Maybe this could be okay.
I mean, don't you want to wear a bunch of armor and just zot motherfuckers?
I really
So
do.
looking at this, the feel of it, like your A's, your triple A's, and all that, this is looking very maybe B or C.
It's looking very
Oh, yeah, no,
Fortnite.
It's still got a lot of polish and feel to go on it. Looking at gameplay of it,
Well,
but
it's still only coming soon. This is just an announcement trailer.
yeah.
Yeah.
I was really fucking hopeful for Anthem. I wanted it to be fucking awesome.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
We all did.
I'm
Like,
hopeful for
after
this.
After the shit show that was Anthem, I don't trust anything that looks like it.
I mean, I'll keep an eye on it, see what
Yeah.
people say closer to release.
That's
but right now, it's like, you've got some interest. I'll keep an eye out for that name.
I'll
Next
probably
up
throw it in a
is-
wish list and check it again in 6 to 8 months' time and either
Yeah.
keep it there or remove it.
Yeah. Next up is Farwell North.
Is it Farewell or Farewell?
Farewell. Jesus Christ.
So, you play as a dog. And
Yes.
the music is making me think it's a sad thing, and I don't want that.
There's a reason you look like a ghost dog.
No.
It broke the
Why would
first
you do
rule of anything. You don't kill the dog.
Yeah. How dare they?
But it definitely looks
Though,
like you're...
though the
you're-
dog does, like, bring color back to the world. So maybe it's the critter fighting depression or some other
Maybe.
mental thing.
Like it
I
does
wouldn't
look very
surprise if
pretty.
there's some memory involved and whatnot.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Like, it looks nice, but at the same time, it's like, I don't know. I got tricked by Grave of the Fireflies and never again. So,
Yeah.
yeah.
You realize by saying that we just did that to a bunch of other people.
Yep. It could be worse. It could be Animals of Farthing Wood.
That's fair. That's fair. That is. You have me there.
Or Watership Down. Jesus Christ, Watership Down.
They really didn't want to give us like nice cartoons, did they?
They really
No,
did.
they
They
did
wanted
not.
to traumatize
Here's something that
us.
looks really cool.
The
Now
fact that-
suffer for it.
I mean, like, and all of them start out like really cutesy and nice,
Yeah.
and then the thing happens, and then
Yeah, then other things, and just, no.
and then the eternal scar for every sort of like 90s to early 2000s kid of Mufasa.
Yeah.
Or Land Before Time.
God damn it!
Oh, God, yeah. That's getting a remake,
dude.
and it's angered the internet. I find that funny.
Yes, good. Right, next trailer is Flintlock: The Siege of Dawn.
Look, I don't
I think-
like these ones where they just talk over the entire trailer. If this
No.
So
was a good game, you would let the trailer speak for itself and not have devs trying to sell me on it.
I think this got announced at a game show a little while back, so I'm pretty
did.
certain I've already got this in my Steam list.
yes,
Like, wish list.
It
Keep
got-
an eye on it.
I think it was last year's E3, and they got a lot of stuff off of that. But of course, people want to know, how's it going to lean Assassin's Creed style or Dark Souls or
Yeah.
how actiony.
There's a
People
little
were still
Sniper
kind of
Elite
lost
there as
about
well.
that. Yeah, which is why they decided to do part of the reason I would expect they have done this, where they go through a lot of how the combat works, how it's supposed to flow. Like they talk about how they wanted to have a really set sort of like rhythm
Yeah.
to the way combat flows. So they actually do their attack ticks on the every 9th frame.
Ah, yeah.
So you can actually get into a rhythm with the combat with the other enemies.
Okay.
Stuff like that. It's kind of cool to know. I find learning those sort of mechanical stuff interesting about
Yeah,
games.
absolutely.
But yeah, it is devs talking about their product and trying to sell it.
Yeah.
But I like seeing more stuff about this game because I am very interested.
It does, like, from what I've seen, it looks interesting. It's like, that just kind of sets me
The
on.
critter looks pretty cool.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Next up is Foundation Galactic Frontier.
Is it a city builder? Is it a Stellaris style game?
It's a mothership builder.
A
So,
mothership
yes,
builder?
is the answer.
So you build your mothership, and then that's what you're flying around in the space sections. But like your ship can get invaded, and you'll have to fight on your mothership that you designed.
So basically, it's a base builder in space.
Yeah, basically,
Fair.
with a little bit of like we're gonna go do ground mission.
Yeah. That might be a
Probably
good time
gonna
for that.
settle. I get the feeling a lot of Star Trek people are probably gonna really fucking dig this thing.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
It feels like pretty quickly you're gonna have a lot of people who've designed the Enterprise and boldly going.
No,
It does look
within
really cool, but it
seconds.
also looks like the kind of game that I just wouldn't have the time to sink into it that I'd like to.
Yeah.
I would have
Yeah,
liked
same,
this game
same.
maybe 10 years ago.
Oh, absolutely. That would have been great. Next up is Holston, which is a very, I do not know what the fuck's going on in this fucking trailer.
It is
It
very
seems to be a
strange.
survival horror thing.
Yeah. But again, you're in a car. And
Not always,
Yeah.
because you can get out of the car, and then there's top-down, the 2.5D top-down thing, like
Yeah.
Diablo style.
then
When
there's
you're
also
in combat, there's, over-the-shoulder shooting.
Yeah. Like,
It's like, what is this game?
Pick a style and
I
stick with it.
yeah, I don't know how this is going to go, but I'll keep an eye out for it. It looks interesting.
Yeah, it's definitely something I want to hear about from maybe some of the guys I watch on YouTube if they do talk about it. I'd be
Yeah.
very interested. Next up is Hordes of Hunger.
I don't like one of the things they're using to sell this. It's like, it's an action survivors like. Like, no. Don't stop adding like to shit. Like,
It's annoying because like when it's added, when some bits in the trailer actually look really good,
Yeah.
and they've got this definite like character action vibe going on, and then it sort of just sort of peters off again. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know what it is. Something is setting me off for it. And it's like, this could be great, but this could also be a fucking horror show.
Yeah.
And not the fun kind of horror show.
So next up is Industria 2.
I have
Fun
not
dumb
played-
little fact, way back when I thought I could possibly do video essays on video games, I actually recorded all the video, dialogue, and edited it all together, but never uploaded it a review of Industria 1.
That sounds like we need to have this on the channel.
It's not good. It's just sitting on a file and a folder somewhere.
Fair.
I haven't deleted it.
I mean,
Um,
it does look pretty cool, though.
yeah, it's sort of a bit of a sort of like Soviet Half-Life vibe.
Yeah.
It's
Horror.
interesting. I liked the first one. It was had a bunch of good ideas, but it was their first go, and I was
Yeah.
like, this wasn't bad, but like maybe another one, you might be able to really lock down your vibe and what you want to do. And this looks like they might have done that.
It reminds me of, there was a guy who made, he made a coffee table book about and stuff, but he used to get, like, thrift shop paintings and then put, like, Soviet
Yeah,
dystopia stuff into it. It gives off that vibe, and I always loved his paintings. So, I might pick this up, actually.
you can probably pick up the first one pretty cheap if you want to play that one. Like I said, it's not bad. It's just a little unfocused.
Yeah.
I'm
It's
hoping, this time we're going to get a bit more of a focus, all the bolts tightened properly, kind of thing, and it might actually really break out this time.
That'd be good.
Next up is Nights in Tight Spaces. This is from the developer of Fights in Tight Spaces.
Yeah. I
Basically, they've just made another game in that genre with new mechanics, but with medieval knights.
mean, I don't hate these card fighting games, to be honest. I've got a couple that I cycle through every so often. They're good little time wasters. I quite like them.
And like I said, these guys already proved their mettle with this particular style of game, so...
The visual
They're
style
reasonably
is fun,
good.
too.
Yeah, I like the kind of scratchy pencil art style they've used.
The only issue I have with
It
is it reminds me of the old Take On Me film clip from years and years ago.
Yeah.
The only game of this genre that I've played and like really got into was Midnight Suns, and yeah,
Oh, yeah.
Fair.
I quite liked it.
Alright, next up is Le Quinto.
The Quinto? Oh, it's like a little
Which-
puzzle game. So,
Yeah, it seems to straight up be just a puzzle thing.
I mean, like, this
Linking
would be
bits
good
of
practice for
machinery
World
together.
of
Yeah.
A circuit diagram puzzle game.
So, yeah, it is what it is.
Yeah.
Seems interesting, though. Next up is actually... No, sorry. I was about to say something, it's like, no, this isn't the trailer. Yeah, next up is for a Mega Crafter. Another cutesy, crafty game.
Yeah, this one I'm probably going to not look into. Like, I have enough of these, and so far they're not
Yeah.
great.
I don't want to talk shit to these developers because they've put a lot of work into this, but like,
Yeah.
I don't know. I've seen
I'm sure
so
it'll have an
many of
audience
these.
somewhere.
Yeah,
Probably.
It's also a programming crafter that you can actively program your little critters.
yeah.
That's pretty cool.
So that you turn them into essentially little conveyor belts, taking stuff everywhere they need to go. It's got some cool ideas, but I've seen them before.
Yeah.
Next up is the Project Mango reveal trailer, which I've gotta say doesn't reveal squat.
No, but it is based off, what was the actual name? Kurt's got the In a Nutshell game. Which means I'm probably going to get this game, because I love his stuff.
Yeah. I just kind of wish I knew what it was.
I'm assuming this is going to be the anthology of his educational shit, just to make you sad and depressed, but also have fun.
I mean, if it is, I'd definitely play that.
Yeah.
But, yeah, I don't know. It's coming.
One day.
Next up is the trailer for Sandland. Now, this is one of the last few projects that the recently late Akira Toriyama worked on. It is based off his manga of the same name, which just started airing its anime, which Netflix decided to promote nothing about.
Fucking Netflix. I mean, I might...
It was Netflix.
It's probably Netflix. Either that or Hulu. And this looks fun, and I'll probably pick it up because I always quite enjoy the stuff he had a hand in.
Yes, same.
Like, the styles...
Dragon Quest is great.
Yeah.
And I'm expecting this looks pretty fun, too.
The style is always fun. The characters are always strange and weird. Like...
It's so expressive.
Yeah. So, I'm probably going to grab this one.
Yeah, I definitely tell you I'll be picking this one up.
I might also pick up the manga, just because, you know, why not?
Yeah. Next one is Space Prison. Which, you know, it's a character. It gives me Darkest Dungeon vibes.
It kind of does, yeah.
But, I don't know, it's just another tile-based
Fight,
adventure. I don't know.
Get crafting materials, fight more.
Yeah, pretty much. Looks like you're beating your way up the pecking order in a prison.
Yeah.
I'm sure there's going to be complications and things.
Like, this is something I could easily waste a bit of time on and, like, play between stuff.
I think my problem is I got really into Darkest Dungeon, and then, of course, the clones of Darkest Dungeon that came out afterwards, so I'm a little burnt out on this concept.
That is fair.
And look, it looks stylish as hell. I love the idea of an outer space prison. That's a cool idea.
Oh, yeah.
Alright, next up is Still Wakes the Deep.
Which...
This is the newest trailer for that survival horror game set on a oil rig.
Yeah. Which, it looks messed up, which is always a fun thing.
Yeah. I mean, if you're doing survival horror, I hate to say it, you're going to have some kind of fucking imagery or it's not going to really come through.
The funny thing is, there's a point where they're in an engine room with walls of people, and that just reminded me of a game we were playing where you threw that at my character.
Well, I needed something. Next up is Tales of Iron 2, Whiskers of Winter. I've never played Tales of Iron 1.
I get the feeling this is just Game of Thrones with rats.
It seems to be Game of Thrones with rats taking on
bats.
Salt and Sanctuary.
Yeah. It looks interesting. Like,
I would probably wait for a review on this one.
Yeah. Most definitely.
But I do like the idea.
Yeah.
It looks really cool. As John Doe said, Game of Thrones is mine.
Yeah.
Right. Next is... this is just a confirmation trailer of the game Tchia coming to Steam and Switch.
Which
Steam
looks
and
weird.
Switch.
Broken containment on Microsoft.
Yeah. I don't know what it is, but it looks fancy.
It's that one where you play the girl who can possess the animals and you just explore the Hawaiian island.
Ah, fair.
Next up is Terra Tech.
Which is basically just like Hot Wheels in a way. You build yourself a little car and you go and play with your friends.
And you build bases and sick jumps.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah, I mean, there's definitely an audience for that thing.
Oh, hell yeah. Hey, it's not me.
I look at it and go, the bit of me that really likes Satisfactory looks at this and goes,
Yeah. The part of me that likes building bases looks at it and goes, that could be fun. But then realizes I would spend 5 hours trying to make my machine work perfectly, and then it wouldn't, and I get angry.
Yeah. Yeah, pretty much. Next up is The Constructors, which seems to just be another one of these sim games where you do a real job.
Yeah, like, I'm already avoiding doing my real job half the time. I don't want to play a game where I have to then do a real job.
Now, I'd like to talk more shit about this and completely agree with you, but I really lost a lot of time to Power Wash Simulator.
Oh, I still
Look.
lose time to Power Wash Simulator.
That to be
So
fair,
it's hard to talk too much shit.
that game is essentially just dopamine inhalation. It's great.
Yeah.
And I also still lose time to it's not or Shipbreaker, is it? The one set in
Yeah.
space where you pull spaceships.
Oh, yeah.
Spaceships
Shipbreaker.
apart. I still lose time to that.
I still occasionally go back to Viscera Cleanup. Like, that was a
Yeah.
weirdly fun game.
So, yeah, I can't talk too much shit, but, you know, I'm not the target audience for this, so I'm
Yeah.
not going to check it out. Next up is the Heirloom.
Not gonna lie, the, like, graphics look really fun.
Oh, yeah, the art style is really nice.
Like,
It seems to be another point and click, which I don't usually play a lot, but, like, I don't know. The visuals are just really grabbing me.
the visuals remind me of... There's a studio who did a couple of movies. They did The Book of Kells, and they did Song of the Sea. And I'm getting the same visual vibe from that. And I love those movies. They were great.
It looks like a little like a Deponia with cleaner lines.
Yeah.
Deponia was great.
Yeah, good series.
I love that one.
Pick it up cheap on most platforms, too.
And you should, because it's hilarious.
Next up is Unrailed 2, which just looks like more Unrailed if you ever played that.
Pretty much. It's basically, I like trains, the game. And it's good.
Yeah. Yeah,
This-
it is. It's really fun. I've never
This
actually
looks
played
like one of
people, it
those
just looks
ads
like
for a
chaos.
mobile game that that whoever's trying to advertise just can't play the obvious fucking move.
Yeah.
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 Yeah. But that is kind of what happens with people when you play that game. Next up is Worshippers of Cthulhu, and I'm not going to lie, I will probably absolutely pick this game up.
Same. It's a city
You mean
builder
I
with
build a-
Cthulhu.
You build a city to praise the great old ones?
Yeah.
Yes. I already play games where all my entire goal is make beer. I'll do this to praise the gold ones. Yes.
Hells yes. I'll pick that one up, I think. That should be fun.
Yes, I can just tell you right now, I absolutely will be picking up Worshippers of Cthulhu. Next up is
Zoochosis?
Zoochosis. That is fucking horrifying.
Yeah, you wait till later in the trailer where it does it up close.
Oh. I'm interested in this.
Yeah,
You think someone just took a fuckload of LSD and went to the zoo and had a bad
Probably.
trip?
Oh, that's horrifying.
yeah, it looks creepy as hell.
Like, watching a weird giraffe spider thing on the ceiling is not fun, but somehow is also fun.
Yeah,
Like, that is... Zoochosis. Okay, I'm gonna have to add that to my Steam wishlist, I think. Fuck.
yeah, it looks a little messed up, but that's what you want with your horror stuff, isn't it?
Oh, yeah.
It's like
Alright.
the thing got in the zoo.
Yes.
Yeah. Next up is Ascendant Infinity.
From what I can see, it's like someone took a... What was the... was it Blood Dragon? The 80s, like, weird plug-in for
Far Cry?
Far Cry, yeah.
Yeah, Blood Dragon.
Blood Dragon. It reminds me of that for some reason.
Yeah, but it's clearly a three-person squad
Yeah.
PvE sort of thing. So, it's not my thing.
Yeah.
Looks cool though.
It's got that heavy 80s feel to it. You know, it's like, we're so 80s. It's like, that's not enough for me to get into this. So...
I mean, when the girl with the giant hair with the gym onesie and the leg cooler warmers on,
Yeah.
it's just like, you can't get more 80 character model than that.
You can if she has a giant fluffy mullet instead of like the standard hair.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. Next up is Death Spirit 66.
Death Sprint.
Oh, Sprint. Sorry.
Clone jockeys. Are we cloning
Jeez,
jockeys?
Seth,
Why are we
get
cloning
it
short
right.
people?
It seems to be. If I was guessing, it's probably going to be like parkour racer.
It kind of looks like
Yeah,
it's like Death
that's what it
Race,
looks
but
like.
sprinting. Like, I mean, I will buy this if they have the hand grenade joke from the original Death Race in it.
That'd be good.
If you haven't seen the
Good.
original Death Race, fucking watch it. Sylvester Stallone with a hand grenade. That's all I'm gonna say.
Next up is Ponty Home to the Home.
Home to home perform.
Oh,
What
sorry. This is no. It's a song. I forgot to skip over the trailer.
Ah, fair.
Oh, I've had a long day today. Fudge me.
I also thought this was a game. I'm not gonna lie. It was weird.
Indica is next.
What is this?
I don't know because it keeps switching.
Is it
I
the
think
happening?
it's
I think it's the happening.
I think it's a horror survival game, but there's a weird bit in the middle where everything gets a little technical.
Yeah,
Yeah,
she
I'm not
bites
sure
an
what
apple
this
and
is.
suddenly there's a techno rave. Like, what the hell? Where do we find these apples?
But it seems to be a sort of survival horror thing. I don't know. It doesn't really convey what you're going to do
Yeah, it
other
really
than
doesn't.
wander around.
It started off being like, oh, it's weird plant imagery. Okay, is it the happening? Okay, now we're at a rave. Neat. And then suddenly we're in a giant stack of paper. I don't know what's happening.
Yeah, it's an odd trailer. Next up is Nexus 5X. And this is another one of those developer ones. They do show a lot of gameplay, but they're
being very cringy in this, and I'm going to skip it.
Oh, they are quite cringy because he's talking about how he spends time out playing 4X games all the time. But now he wants to make a 5X game. And for those who don't know the 4X games, it's the Explore, Exploit, Expand, Exterminate.
Yeah.
They want to do another E onto that and make it a 5X game with Express. And it's dumb because the idea is they want to take an entire 4X game and shrink it down to an hour.
What? No. Like, no, that gets rid of half the fun of a 4X game.
I know. I mean, how many evenings when me and you were living together that we whiled away playing Civ?
Yeah. I don't know what their thought is there.
Yeah, the community who likes these sort of games likes them really detailed and great and like numbers heavy.
Yeah.
We want them to be
Look
crunchy.
In doing this, you've removed an entire playstyle. Like, I like to turtle up and, like, just... Yeah. This you'd almost
Basically,
have
he
to
just
be
wants-
aggressive the entire time. Bugger that.
It sounds like all he wants is a Zerg Rush simulator.
Yeah.
Like, that's it.
So that's what they're doing. Like, there might be an audience for it, I don't know, but I feel like the audience they're targeting would rather Stellaris than this.
Yeah.
Skip
Next up is the next one that's in here is the because this happened just before it also came out, which is for Outpost Infinity, which is something I said I was excited about for this month, but reading reviews on it, it is not doing well.
Yeah.
Apparently, it's a lot more vapid and empty than content filled,
pretty much from what I've seen. It's not amazing,
which is
makes me sad.
annoying because I liked the idea of it and I was very interested. But no, reviews have not painted a good picture. Next one is for RoboBee.
Apparently, this product is not yet rated.
No, it's not.
So this is not like a rhythm fighting game.
I'm assuming so. That's definitely the vibe I'm getting.
Considering he was just switching tapes, yes, I'm going to assume, yeah.
Yeah. And I'm sure those tapes will have some effect on.
Yeah, when
Yeah.
he changed it, it changed the color scheme and the enemies have changed weirdly.
Yeah, the attack timing
Oh.
changed.
Yeah. I mean, that could be fun.
It seems like the kind of thing that, it's another one of those things I feel like is, though, going to end up as humble filler.
Probably.
Yep.
Next up is Rumble Club.
Which, it's another one of those streamer bait
Yeah.
games.
Like, it's like that other one we had earlier. It's just another gang beast.
Yeah.
Fun with friends.
This is
Beat
firmly
up your
in
buddies and...
the streamer bait category for me.
Yeah, absolutely. It'll probably get its day in the sun as long as nothing else like it's around.
Yeah.
But I don't see it hanging around.
This will only depend on when it's released.
Yeah.
Timing's going to be super important. Next up is the trailer for Senua's Saga Hellblade 2.
Yeah.
There is a little talk over from Future Game Show on this trailer, talking about the production and the whatnot, which is a little annoying because I have seen this trailer before.
Yeah. I
good
am really
trailer,
hopeful
by
for
the way.
this game.
Yeah, same here. I really like the first one, warts and all, and I'm looking forward to seeing what these guys do. And they know their lane. They know what they can and can't do. They've said it a couple times in the previous couple projects they've done, that they're a AA studio. We're not trying to be AAA.
Yeah. That's good.
Next up is Simon the Sorcerer, which appears to be another point and click.
I'm getting more Deponia vibes from this one than the last one. I'm liking
Yes.
this.
Very much so.
Yeah.
Watching a
Kind of
wizard
figured
face
this-
palm is always a fun thing.
This is the trailer I was thinking of earlier, where it's like, this is the one for Swoosh.
Yeah. That looks like fun. I'll probably pick that.
Next is Sky of Tides.
Is there a tides, and are they in the sky?
It looks like another story-heavy game. It seems to be a lot more Wonderland and adventure than anything else.
I'm not really liking this art style.
Yeah, it's not winning me over. It's got a kind of, we just did this the first pass sort of vibe.
Yeah.
And that can work for some games, but don't feel it. And like the run cycle's off on the world map jog.
As an animation major, this makes me sad, so...
Yeah.
I don't
It looks
like it.
very empty.
Yeah.
Yeah. Next up is Void Rot.
See, I like this style a lot more.
I know, right? Looks really freaking cool.
So
It looks like a Metroidvania.
yeah.
But yeah, I'm really digging the character design.
Mm.
It looks nice. I do like these games now and then.
Yeah, Metroidvania games are great every so often.
And then, give it a good, strong art style, and that really helps get me over the line.
Oh, definitely. I'll probably pick this one up.
Yeah. Next up is the trailer for Spine.
Oh, okay. An actual gun carter user. This is a thing we haven't seen done properly in a while.
Yeah, see, the only problem I have with it is when she does her gun cutter stuff, it looks super sick, and she gets the kill, but she shoots people other times and they just eat it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
bullet sponge kind of thing.
I know it's to get you to go into close and actually do the gun cutter stuff.
Yeah.
But if the gun cutter always kills, it makes all the other bullets feel like a waste.
Pretty much. That, a guy just tanked 2 shots to the face in the trailer. Which, isn't great.
But, if you had every shot that was as effective as they were in the gun carter, then you'd never end up using gun carter because you'd go from range every time.
Pretty much, yeah.
Oh, 100%. But it's the kind of problem you just run into with guns.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're
Basically-
harder to make believe that they don't just do a shitload of damage.
Yeah,
They are
so
hard
they
to
almost have to step away from it being a gun and using it as a short-range burst or pulse or fucking something. Have some
Yeah,
other reason than it's a gun.
You can explain it away by things like, it's lower caliber rounds or much lower power to them.
It's a very short-range plasma burst or fucking anything.
Yeah.
Because everybody
The only
knows what a
problem
gun
with that
is.
is then when they do the Carter thing, they still have to be super lethal.
Yeah.
Yeah, which is why it works at close range, why you couldn't use it so much at as
you mean like damage fall off?
Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry, yeah. Yeah, I don't know what they're gonna do. It looks stylish as hell. But every time they did the gun kata kills, they looked amazing.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Next up is just a redo of the trailer with voiceover for Star Wars Outlaws.
The voiceover.
I am hopeful for this game.
Weird. I am very hopeful for this game. It looks pretty good.
I just want it to be good.
That would be.
Yeah,
Ubisoft, make something good.
please.
We can dream. Like, as long as the robot fucks, it's fine. The internet has spoken. The robot in the trench coat must be.
Whether he does or doesn't, he jacks into every port.
Oh, definitely.
Next up is a very confusing trailer that I don't understand.
Yes.
The Tembris Samoa Developer Diary trailer, and I'm just not sure what the fuck they're doing.
They're mixing, like, very low pixel with medium pixel and then live action cuts. It's very strange.
Yeah. And since it's a dev diary, we see when they're doing filming for the live action stuff, so it's not like a weird bit in between.
Yeah.
This is the game. It's like, what are you doing?
This looks weird and also interesting, and damn it, I'm probably going to have to buy this now.
I know, they've successfully, like, baited you in with, what the fuck is this?
Why would they do this to me?
Because they make games that are fun.
That's it.
Next up is The Operator.
Papers, please, but CIA.
Yeah, no, it's the FDI, I think you are in this.
Yeah. The Federal Department
Yeah.
of Investigation.
It is be the FBI, find the evidence, find the...
It's Spycraft.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Spycraft was friggin' awesome.
It was pretty good.
So, there's an interesting thing. Again, probably pick it up in a Humble Bundle, but I would play it if I did.
Mm.
Like, I would absolutely be like, alright, I gotta fucking check this thing out. Next up is No Rest for the Wicked, which is that super stylish top 2.5D game.
It looks
Sort of a
interesting.
character action thing. It looks
pretty.
beautiful.
You know what ruins it? The talkover
What?
from devs.
Yeah, but, I think that the background images show off enough.
They do, yeah, absolutely. But it's
It's
one
a
of those
very
things
like
where it's like,
active environment. Like it is a very pretty world.
oh, definitely.
Yeah. Next up is Final Stand, which is another dev diary.
Yeah. Wait. It doesn't look bad, but
Yeah, it's not my cup of tea, though. Well, sorry, I don't play games similar to it, but, like, I don't want to buy any more. I bought enough things like this.
yeah.
Next up is the couple of repeat trailers. Sorry.
It happens.
Actually, no, this is the end of it. This is the end of it.
Ah, okay.
We just added a couple extras onto the bottom since I pulled it up this morning. So yeah, that's it. That's everything from the playlist. I will put this playlist in the show notes. So if you want to check it out while we were talking, you can see all the trailers.
I mean, I'm keen for a few of these. Some of them look pretty good.
Yeah.
Like,
Some of them look good.
But, others not so much. They're not my cup of tea. I'm not their audience. Yeah, someone will like them. Power to them.
Oh yeah. Like, I definitely feel like the Life is Strange crowd's probably going to jump all over Dustborn. That looks like right up their alley.
And if you're into point and click adventures, then you've got some things coming.
Yeah.
It's a good time for the point and click adventure team. Like, which
Well, with indies and the whatnot getting a lot more love right these days, these sort of products can exist.
see, that's what we can thank the AAA game market for bringing back indies. That thing they've been trying to kill for generations. Haha, you made it stronger. You fools.
So, we are out past now, so I think we're going to wrap things up for today.
Yep.
Excellent.
Y'all have a good one.
Bye.
See ya.